What's better than buying retiring Lego sets? Buying retired Lego sets. There are still tons of opportunities out there to buy sets that have already retired on the shelves in retail stores. So I'm going to go to Barnes & Noble today. I'm going to see if I can find some sets that have already retired. I did spot online on barnesandnoble.com that some stuff looks like it is available. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to head to Barnes & Noble. We're going to go Lego shopping as a Lego investor. I'm going to try and find some sets that have already retired. Let's go. Alright, let's have a look at some of these sets in Barnes & Noble. We have the orchid, the flower bouquet, the succulents, all of the botanical sets here, a handful of other Lego art sets, and the holiday Main Street there. We have some Star Wars helmets, Sonic the Hedgehog, Darth Vader's helmet as well. We have the globe with a big hole right there in the front of the box. We have the Millennium Falcon, we have the Rolling Stones as well, Infinity Gauntlet, and then the typewriter down here. We've also got a Spider-Man Attack on the Spider Lair and the Back to the Future set. Then we have the Jedi Training, Death Star Trench Run, and actually those are the only two of the dioramas here from Star Wars. And then we have the Jazz Club, and we have the Batman Batcave. Ferrari 488 and Raptor up top here in the Technic section. We have a handful of the smaller Technic sets, not massively well stocked, but then down at the bottom we do have a couple more here, including the 911 from Creator Expert, of course. We have very little Speed Champions presence here in Barnes & Noble today. We have a handful of the Avatar sets here in Barnes & Noble, and then we have some of the Minecraft stuff as well. They may be sets that I come back to later in the year. Next up we have Boutique, Hotel, and Treehouse here on the top shelf. A handful of the Lego Friends older sets shown up here. We have Singapore and Taj Mahal for architecture. We have Seinfeld showing up. That immediately catches my attention. And then we have Friends Apartments and the Camiro down here on the bottom shelf. Of course, I'm going to look a little closer at the Seinfeld set. It has already retired. It retired in the end of 2022. There's two of them here on the shelf. Then in the Friends section we see a mixture of older stuff and newer stuff. So the Friends lineup is changing this year, and they do have sets that are retiring right here on the shelves. Let's look at some Marvel here. We have the Sanctum Workshop. We have Attack on New Asgard here. We have the Miles Morales car. A handful of the mechs here as well, which, you know, I am a big fan of, and they can do quite well as an investment. We have some of the Black Panther stuff down here as well from Wakanda Forever. And then we have some of the Doctor Strange stuff, some of the Infinity Saga stuff down here. And then a couple more down at the bottom here, including the Spider-Man and Venom buildables. We have the Nintendo Entertainment System and the Mighty Bowser here in the Nintendo section. A handful of Super Mario sets as well, of course. Always seem to be well stocked at Barnes & Noble. And then in Harry Potter we have the Chamber of Secrets, we have the Astronomy Tower, we have the Magical Trunk, the Hospital Wing, the Sirius Courtyard Rescue, and then I spot these Hogwarts Moment sets that have retired already at the end of 2022. We have Hogsmeade Village here as well, so pretty well stocked for Harry Potter overall. There's an end cap here with Duplo and a handful of Jurassic World sets. We have the Batman Penguin Chase here as well. And then down at the bottom we have Lightyear showing up there. And then back over to Star Wars, I spot the Scout Trooper helmet, which has already retired at the end of 2022. We have Boba Fett Starship, Imperial TIE Fighter, Duel on Mandalore, Luke's X-Wing, a handful of other sets. But that Scout Trooper is really talking to me at this point. Alright, so it's the next day now, and let's talk about these sets that I picked up yesterday at that Barnes & Noble trip. So firstly, of course, you can see the Seinfeld set. Now I got quantity 4 of Seinfeld, and that's everything that they had in stock. There was only 2 on the shelves, so I did have to ask one of the employees to go and see if there was any more at the back. Just quick tip, at Barnes & Noble, you can have a look at your phone. You can pull up the Barnes & Noble website on your phone and see what the stock levels in the stores are from barnesandnoble.com. So I did that to see if there were more than the 2 on the shelves, and it did show me that there were 4 in stock. So that's how I knew that I should ask them to go and get those from the back. Now this set is retired. It retired at the end of December. We're now in February, so it's been retired for 2 months and it's still sat on the shelves at Barnes & Noble during that time. So there's a bit of an opportunity there, because if you can buy sets that are already retired, then that retailer has been doing you the service of storing that for you for the last couple of months. And then you can just swoop in and pick it up after it has already started to grow in value. So this set was at $80 on the shelves when it was still around. And right now on Amazon it's selling for around $110. So it has already grown a bit. Now that's nothing special, right? That's not crazy, but it does cover the fees, the Amazon selling fees. And for the rest of the year, that is going to continue to grow in value. And also, of course, I didn't pay full MSRP for this set. I got it at a discount using gift cards, using tax exemption, and using my membership at Barnes & Noble. So I was able to get it at a discount. So this was a pretty good pickup. And that was a quantity 4 of the Seinfeld set. Now, what do I think about the Seinfeld set in general? It isn't one that I was going massively deep on when it was around on the shelves, but I did buy a few of them, and I do like the set. Every minifigure inside of this box is exclusive, so it's packed full of exclusive minifigures. I don't think this set is going to be re-released. I don't think that there's going to be more of them. There could be, of course, but I don't think that there will be. And so I think that this is going to become scarce over time. And Seinfeld fans, they really do love the show, and so I can see demand on this one continuing for quite some time. Also, I feel like it was going to be undersupplied pretty quickly, because I don't think the Lego investing communities were really doubling down on this set. So, in my opinion, it is going to be undersupplied while continuing to have demand. It's also not a set that was heavily discounted throughout its life. And so that means that there's not going to be that many lowball sellers on this listing when the time comes to sell it. So I'm feeling pretty good about Seinfeld. I am happy I was able to pick up 4 of these on my quick trip to Barnes & Noble. So that's not bad for Seinfeld. Now, what else do we have going on here? I also managed to pick up 1 copy of the Hogwarts Fluffy Encounter. So this is obviously a Harry Potter set. This one I was pretty excited about. Just before it retired back in November and December, I was buying these pretty heavily. It did go through a little period of being heavily discounted, and during that time I did try to stock up on them. I love this set because it's a very iconic scene from the Harry Potter universe. It is from the first book and the first film, that is the Philosopher's Stone or the Sorcerer's Stone in the US. I think this set went under the radar for a lot of the Lego investing community out there. I love the Fluffy piece, so that's the molded 3-headed dog, and it has a golden anniversary edition of Hermione. So that is this collectible minifigure of Hermione, which in my opinion definitely adds to the set. So big fan of this Fluffy Encounter Harry Potter set. Now the next set that I picked up on this trip was the Divination class. This is the Hogwarts Moment Divination class set, also retired at the end of 2022. I'm a big fan of these Hogwarts Moment sets, and this is actually one of my favorites because it is less well known. It is probably less important in the eyes of a lot of resellers out there, and so I think the supply on this one is going to be a little lower than Defense class, Potions class, those other sets that are a little bit more central to the Harry Potter world. Now, for that reason, I think that this has a chance to do quite well, because I do think the supply is going to be a little lower. I was able to get this at a pretty good price, again using membership, gift cards, and tax exemptions at Barnes & Noble. And so I'm pretty happy with this. Also retired, currently selling on Amazon for almost $40. The MSRP was $30 when it was on the shelves. Has been retired for around 2 months now. And so the price already started to creep up on this one, already giving us a bit of a head start. Now, I did not just pick up one of these. I actually was able to get a bit of a stack of this set. So how many did I get? I got 6 of them in total. So that is not bad. I would have preferred if I was able to get more of these, but 6 will have to do. So that is the 4th different set that I picked up. Third different set that I picked up. And the 4th one is this one right here. So now we are looking at the Scout Trooper helmet. This is from Star Wars, of course, Lego Star Wars helmet series. And I got 2 of the Scout Trooper helmet. Once again, would have preferred to be able to pick up more. This is a $50 set. Again, it has been retired, so the price is already going up quite a lot on Amazon. This one is moving pretty quickly because the demand for some of these helmet series sets is pretty high. Now, this set was heavily discounted for a while it was still available on the shelves. It was $50 MSRP. For a while you could get it at $35, even a little lower than that throughout Black Friday and different things like that. For that reason, there are going to be some sellers on the listing that were able to get it at a pretty low price, and so they could lowball if they wanted to. At the same time, they've sold out pretty quickly and the prices started to move up. So the early signs on Scout Trooper helmet is looking pretty good, and I'm feeling pretty strong about this set. So when I saw 2 of these on the shelves at Barnes & Noble, you know, I had to pick them up, of course. So that is Scout Trooper helmet from the Star Wars helmet series, the other set that I was able to pick up at Barnes & Noble. So folks, overall on this trip to Barnes & Noble, I was able to pick up 4 different retired Lego sets. And what I really want to get across here is there is still opportunity out there. In January, February, even March of the year, you can find sets that have already retired. So what is better than buying retiring Lego sets? It is, of course, buying retired Lego sets. If the set is already retired a couple of months ago, it gives you a head start because now you get to check what is the price doing on Amazon and eBay. Is it moving up? Is it not moving at all? Because that's also important to realize. Can you get a set a couple of months after retirement and save yourself storage, save yourself that extra bit of hold time, give yourself a bit of an advantage in terms of knowing what's going to do well and not because you can see the early signs. It is amazing, right? It's a great way to go about it. So in January, February, March, if you can buy sets that have just retired at the end of the previous year, then, you know, it's a great way to go about it. So I was able to do that yesterday at Barnes & Noble. I'm feeling pretty good about what I was able to pick up. I would have preferred to get a lot more quantity, of course, of these sets. This was just a couple of $100, like a $400 purchase. Or something along those lines yesterday, and you know, I'd prefer to be able to do a lot more than that, of course, but then, you know, I could go to other Barnes and Nobles and could go to other Lego stores to find other opportunities. So there is tons of opportunities still out there, folks. I hope you enjoyed coming with me to Barnes and Noble. I hope you enjoy the hunt for your Lego investments, and with that, thank you so much for watching. I'm Shane from brickbucks.net, and I will see you in the next one.